Dawg. Now, the first half of the season, who is the big dog in basketball? Well, I'm going to tell you how I figured this out. For me, I looked at who has been the most impressive in either college basketball, men or women, the NBA, or WNBA unrivaled. Oh, Vaughn, by the way, Paolo's on fire. 20 points on 7 to 13 shooting right now. So that's for you. But who has been the most shocking, the most impressive, the most improved out of anyone in any of those sports? And you know who I came up with? He was a coach of the team who's the number one team in the Eastern Conference last season. He was. But now he's a head coach with the Detroit Pistons. And he has the Pistons winning games right now. I know a lot of people aren't used to hearing that. But the Pistons are actually winning games right now and competing. It's JB Bickerstaff. I didn't think he deserved to get fired last season. But they fired him, and now the Pistons are winning games with Kay Cunningham, who's been talked about on my show before. He has been amazing this season. The Pistons are one of the, let's just say they are at least a top 8, top 10 team in the Eastern Conference. And there are 10 teams that get in to the play-in tournament. So they're at least in the play-in tournament. Most of the time when we hear about the Pistons, it's more about losing streaks. But the Pistons are not, they're in a new tune right now. You got Malik Beasley, who I believe should have been in the three-point contest over K, but K got in there. Hey, it's got nothing to do with me. But I believe Malik Beasley should have been there instead. But those two together are clutch. K, I think without a doubt, is going to win the Most Improved Player award. I think it should go to him for sure. And just think about this. If JB Bickerstaff gets this team to the playoffs, I believe he should be coach of the year. This was a team who pretty much were the worst team in the NBA last year, or at least one of the worst. Of course, you got the Hornets, you got the Wizards, but they were not good. They won a total of 14, 17 games last season. They are already past that. The Pistons are already past that. I don't know if most teams have paid attention to what they have been able to do this season, but the Pistons, you don't hear people talking about them on ESPN for real. You don't hear segments talking about Kay Cunningham or segments talking about JB Bickerstaff, of how he's continued to help this team improve and why they look so good right now. And how did he get them to this point so soon? Because they had another coach there last year, and who was a brand new coach, he got fired after one season. And they look night and day from last season. Night and day. The Pistons, they are 6th in the Eastern Conference. 3 games over 500. 6-4 in their last 10 games. Now, I know 6-4 is not a lot. But there are other teams in the East who have either the same or worse records in the last 10 games. The Bucks, 4-6 in the last 10 games. The Pacers, who are fourth in the Eastern Conference, 6-4 in their last 10 games. Magic, 4-6 in the last 10 games. The Hawks, 4-6. Miami Heat, 4-6. The Bulls, 3-7. Right now, the Pistons are not even in the play-in tournament. They're outside. They're outside looking in. Well, they're in the playoffs looking on the outside. Sorry. Look, Ty, I know what y'all did to the Pistons. They got nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. But the Pistons and JB Bickerstaff, to me, is the most amazing story or the most shocking story in the NBA right now, because I don't think there's anyone that thought that they would have 29 wins at this point in the NBA season right now. But they do. So they deserve to be the big dogs. JB Bickerstaff, you're the guy leading this team, and you have been the biggest difference from what they were last year to this year, along with Tobias Harris and Malik Beasley, but you're doing your thing. So welcome to the Dogs. JB Bickerstaff, you are the big dog of the week. Enjoy, my guy. And that will be